Hi there, I'm Hannah. I am a physiotherapy student from the University of Brighton on placement here at the Samson Centre. So this video is just going to be about 15 minutes going through some hand exercises for you to do at home. So the equipment that you will need is a tea towel or a pillowcase, a thin top of some sort that you can roll up and just have it to grip your hand around. And you will also need some pasta in a bowl or a Tupperware tub, such. Just a couple of handfuls of pasta will be enough, so you can pause the video now and go and grab those things. Okay, so to begin with, we are going to be doing some stretches just to warm your hand up a bit. So coming into some flexion, so bringing your hand round and see how much you can get yourself, and then just applying some pressure on the top part of your hand just to get a little extra stretch at the wrist here. Now, if you can't put your hand to help yourself, you can get someone else to help you. It's completely fine. Just going as far as your range allows. You don't want it to be painful. And holding that for a few seconds to get that stretch. And then opening your hand up and letting it fall back, seeing how much you can get of extension. And coming down. Applying pressure on the top of the hand. This also gives the fingers a bit of a stretch as well. Just hold that for a bit longer. Okay, and then moving on to the other hand, so bringing it into flexion, seeing how much you can get yourself, and then if you want a bit of an extra stretch, applying some pressure on the top part of that hand, just to get a little extra stretch in there. So you don't want to press too hard, just to get a little bit more of a stretch. That's it. Okay, and then opening it up, letting it fall back, and then applying your pressure on top again. Also stretching out your fingers. And then hold that for a bit more. Okay, lovely. So now we're going to move on to some wrist rotations. So aiming for a smooth movement. You may have some clicking or clunking in there, but that's completely fine. If it's painful, then do stop, pause the video, take a break, and then come back in and just do some slower rotations, okay? And then going back the other way. Lovely. Okay, so now whilst we have our hands like in a fist, we're going to just open and stretch our fingers out as far as we can and then come back together. Stretch them out as far as you can. That's it. Really stretching them out. We'll do two more. And last one, as far as you can go. Lovely. Okay, and give your fingers a bit of a wiggle. So bringing your palm to face yourself, and you can get a little pincer grip or use a couple of your fingers. We're just going to separate the fingers out, just giving the inside of those fingers a bit of a stretch too. Okay, so making our way through the fingers, and then we'll go back on them as well, just to give them a little extra stretch. And then moving to the other hand. So palm towards you, and choosing a couple of the fingers on the other hand just to separate them out. And if you need someone to assist you on it, then please do. And then coming back up to the top. Okay, so now we're just going to try and stretch in between the thumb and the finger. So making a triangle, and then you're just going to slowly try and move the fingers closer together, and you should feel the stretch along here on the inside of your thumb. Okay, hold it where it's comfortable for you. That's it, we'll hold it for a bit longer. Okay, coming out. So now I'm just going to tilt the screen down a bit so you can see the table. So what we're going to do, place your hands on the table and turn them up and back down again. Lovely. Okay, so now you can make this slightly more complicated by having one hand turned over and one hand down and then flipping them over. Like so. You can speed it up if you feel like you've got the hang of it a bit more, and you can slow it back down. Okay, so now getting one hand, we're going to be touching the tip of your fingers to the tip of your thumb, making your way through each finger. So this requires quite a lot of concentration. So starting off slow, you want the precision of the movement, getting the accuracy, you want the quality, and then once you've got the hang of it a bit, you can try and speed it up and challenge yourself. Okay, and then we're going to move on to the other hand. So, fingertip to the tip of the thumb. You may have one hand better than the other, so just take your time. You really want the accuracy of it. And then if you feel like you've got the hang of it a bit more, you can try and speed it up. And if you miss a finger, then just slow it down a bit more. Okay, so now we're going to have both hands on the table, and we're just going to go through lifting one finger or your thumb at a time, okay? So starting off with the right hand, lifting up your thumb, your index finger, your middle finger, ring finger, and little finger, okay? So just going to run through these, get into the rhythm of lifting one at a time, and then you can feel you can speed it up a bit if you've got the hang of it. Well done. Okay, now moving on to the left hand. So the left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. Starting off slowly, getting into the rhythm of it. Well done. You can try and speed it up if you've got the hang of it, but there, if you need to slow it back down just to get that rhythm back again, then do. Okay, so now we're going to be lifting up both thumbs at the same time. And then both index fingers. Both middle fingers. Both ring fingers. And both little fingers. And now try your right thumb and your left index finger at the same time. Slowing the taps down to make it easier. And then your left thumb and your right index finger. Okay, now you can have any combinations with any of the fingers to mix it up at home, so you can always pause the video and do a little more for this. Now, moving on, using your pasta. So having the tub just beside you, and you're just going to pick one piece up at a time and place it on the table. Now, you want to form as straight a line as possible. So you're looking at getting that precision, that accuracy. Take as much time as you need, making a lovely straight line. Okay, now an alternative is to make a letter or a number or spell a word. So for example, I've tried to do a H. So you can have a little fun with it, and you can also time yourself so it gives you a marker and you can motivate yourself to try and do better. Okay, so now you will need your tea towel. So rolling it up just so you can grip it, and what we're going to do is we're going to do some squeezes of the hand, like so. Okay, so you're just squeezing the material between your hands. Okay, so we'll do 3 on each hand with the full hand. So really big squeezes, 3, relax, 2, relax, and 1, and relax. And then passing it over to the other hand, so give this one a rest. So 3 again, so squeeze as hard as you can, and relax, 2 more, as hard as you can, and relax. And the last one, give a big squeeze, and relax. Okay, so now passing it over to the other hand, give this one a rest. Now what we're going to do is going to do individual fingers to thumb. Okay, so I've got my index finger and my thumb, and we're going to do 3 squeezes as hard as you can. And 1, and then to the middle finger, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Moving on to the ring finger, squeezing as hard as you can. 1, 2, 3. Well done. And on to the little finger. 1, 2, last one, 3. Well done. Okay, now passing it back to the other hand. So we're going index finger and thumb. So 3 big squeezes. So 1, and relax. 2, and relax. Big one for the last one, and relax. Okay, and your middle finger. So big squeeze and relax. Big squeeze and relax. Last one. Well done. Okay, so ring finger. So 3, 2, relax, and last one, and relax. Okay, last 3, little finger. So big squeeze and relax. 2, relax, and last one, and relax. Okay, so you can put that tea towel down. So moving you up, so give your fingers a bit of a shake. So now we're just going to do some stretches just to cool down a bit. Okay, so coming into some wrist rotations. Remember to go slowly, you want that smooth movement. Okay, and then coming back the other way. Well done. Okay, and then we're going to come into wrist flexion. So with one hand first, and then if you can, want to apply some pressure just to give a bit of a more stretch there. And hold that one. Okay, and then bring your hand back and applying a bit more pressure down there. Also stretching out the fingers. Hold this here. And letting it drop back. Okay, so I hope you have found this video helpful, and if you have any queries or anything, then please just comment below. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope it helps.